The best fight in boxing. Hearn names Terence Crawford vs Jaron Boots Ennis as the greatest matchup he wants to make. Hearn believes Terence Crawford vs Jaron Boots Ennis is the best fight that can be made in boxing today. The British promoter signed Ennis earlier this year, and the pair are staging their first fight together on Saturday night. Boots will defend his IBF welterweight world title against David Evanesian, having missed out on the fight he really wants. When Crawford beat Errol Spence in his last fight last year, he became the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO welterweight world champion. At the time, Ennis held the IBF interim belt and was mandatory for a shot at the champ. However, Crawford showed no interest in facing the talented, unbeaten American contender and ended up being stripped of the belt. As a result, Ennis was upgraded and has become the IBF champion by default. Crawford has instead elected to move up in weight and will be challenging Uzbekistan's WBA super welterweight world champion Israil Madrimov on August 3. Hearn promotes Madrimov too, and told reporters, "I really like Madrimov's chances against Crawford, but Crawford is obviously a big favorite." However, looking ahead, the promoter then said, "Crawford vs Boots is the best fight in boxing, unquestionably, but before Boots goes to 154 pounds, I would really like to see him unify at 147 lbs. The move up in weight is inevitable, but at the same time, you want to do it when he's achieved everything he can achieve at 147 lbs. I've got to be honest, being around him and seeing the size of him, I was quite surprised that he makes 147 pounds like he does. At the weigh-in on Friday, he was 146 pounds, and his father or trainer Boots Ennis was like, "I actually think he could make 140 lbs. He didn't look dry, his face wasn't drawn in the slightest, and he believes he can go up to 168 pounds eventually. So I think you're gonna see someone like Jaron Ennis definitely move to 154 pounds, and definitely move to 160 pounds over time, but I don't like to make the move without clearing up the division. He's won a world championship, but it'd just be a shame if he didn't unify as someone of his ability."